Hi, hello, and welcome to the Lunar Lounge brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene, Priestess of Losi. I'll be your oracle today. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, leave a donation, and have a very blessed day. Of course, show notes, about section, description box, that's going to be helpful for you. We'll be deliberating the findings from the Thoth Tarot, Taroki, Thoth. You know, Libra and Aries axis is the Fool card versus the Cancer Capricorn axis on the chart, especially when it's 4th to 10th house, is the World. So there's things about breaking out, breaking free. There's things about things coming into consciousness. There's things about our eternal self, our higher self, our connection to grace, to divine, our connection to spirit, our connection to all that is, are the active part of our consciousness and the super consciousness, which is the conscious plus subconscious acting together. They're going to rise to the surface. You know, the moon is an illuminating event. When there's the full moon, I heard the word sloughing off karma. I was going to say releasing karma. Okay. I did pull an oracle card here from Nadia Anastasia's cosmic activation cards for the soul. This is for me, actually, because I was doing my meditation before. We have hope. All right, so it seems like a lot of us have been lingering on to hope. Our grasp has been lingering to hope. We might have seen a few people or a few dozen people get blessed around us, and we're kind of waiting on these blessings. It's going to come around for us. There's some kind of consciousness, illumination. There's something our intuition, our psyche, our soul is trying to tell us, and it's about to rise to the surface because for whatever reason, we're done kind of blocking it. Time out. We might have I'm hearing moon void chorus here. Also, the 3 days before and the 3 days after the full moon is always a time of, I'm hearing the soul stand still. And I am seeing August 9th, awaken. I'm seeing August 9th. There's been a lot of information for the past few months trying to push itself in, frankly, since the Libra new moon, which happened 6 months ago. Okay, so there's some people on the late bloomer side who are gonna get not a rude awakening, but a jolt. Okay, and baby, I love you. Please just be kind and good to yourself. That's the suggestion here, is to surrender. Limitless. We're supposed to be limitless. Okay, and this was the sign for other people, so let's get one for ourselves. Oh, emotions. I'm hearing that song. It's just emotions taking me over. I'm caught up in sorrow, lost in the sun. And if you can come back. Okay, so we're gonna learn a lot about connections ending, evolving, transitioning, really being released. And if it's a continued connection, the crap, the kaka, the karma, the conundrum, the crossing, the competition, that's being released, transformed, expedited is the word. And we're going to learn about what God or what spirit or what the divine wants from us, for us, through what we now come to understand about recent relationships that evolved or shifted or transitioned. Okay. Goodbye. Yeah, we're saying goodbye to a lot of people. The words of a broken heart is just emotions taking me over. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Hopes, yeah, lots of different shifts and changes, because we're about to step into our own with the shine card here, and we have choices, meaning we can't take everybody with us where we're going. They're going to want to I'm hearing hangers on. They see our light more than we see our own light, and if they're refusing to awaken and allow us to be their teacher, there's no amount of anything they could do to keep us down. There's no amount, because it's our calling that we're answering. And yeah, other witches can block bitches. This is what I keep saying. But if you're blocking somebody's death, somebody's birth, manipulating, matriculating on that, you can't undo that karma. And if you're getting in front of somebody's direct spiritual gifts according to how the divine decided so that they can serve their divine mission, sacred calling, meaning if you block a person's destiny, you can't undo that karma either. So that's what's happening right now. We can't be held back because we're entering our calling. Yeah, people can slow us down, block us, whatever, but if we're entering our calling, all obstacles will be obliterated because that's our connection with the divine. Yeah, so we don't have to do much of anything, but we do have to watch who we're with, the people, places, and things we're around. If somebody gets ripped out of your life, we need to let them. If somebody gets ripped out of our life, we need to just surrender, let them go. And frankly, other people need to surrender because we're walking our path, walking our truth with integrity here. Shiva is the integrity card for me, especially in this deck. Rudra. Okay, so patience, time out. I think we've been waiting, and we're going to discover why and what the wait, the hold has been. Okay, so there's a card for the woman in Libra. Yeah, we're transforming. A lot of us have been hope wishing and praying, and it's free spirit. Okay, so I got this from my own meditation as well. Okay, so it's different clarifiers here. This is on the grounds of worlds within worlds, hope and transformation so that we can find our strength. We're able to call things out, stand up, stick up for things now. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and, we have the 9 of Wands with the 9 of Pentacles. So that's us having to hold our own space. And 2 9s is kind of like a forced isolation, but temporarily needing to be alone, needing to withdraw takes space here. So I just saw the 9 of Swords. It didn't come out. With the Prince of Wands on the bottom of the deck is the 5 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's trying to take up space or encroach upon our space, our boundaries here is what I'm feeling, what I'm sensing, what I'm getting. Yeah, because either we had a connection or a tie or a bond and they're feeling rejected, but what it is we've evolved beyond them and they're not liking that. We're leaving them behind in some kind of way. And it might not be a person, so it would be a place or a thing. Spirits can take up a form. Spirits can fill the space. If the house isn't very clean, a spirit can come inside and kind of affect things. It could override or overrule or oversee certain types of outcomes, and it's according to the vibration. So we're stepping into a higher vibration. We're withdrawing, kind of taking space. And it might have been intentional, unintentional, known, unknown, direct, indirect, covert, overt, conscious, unconscious, but ultimately some kind of space was taken. Now, it can be that we were withdrawing. We weren't taking things at face value. Yeah, judgment card. So this is also about the Pluto shift. Because now we have the Hierophant and the Temperance card here. So we're becoming godly people or spiritual people with the Hierophant. We're 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. We're taking refuge in the self, going to God, taking wise counsel. Okay. Also, we are aligning. We're finally with the 9 aligning to spiritual concepts, spiritual ideas, spiritual principles. Okay. And what that's doing is bringing a calling and a judgment. It is bringing salvation and redemption here too, with the Hierophant and the Judgment card. That's taking an oath, redemption, salvation. Because what's coming is we're having a homecoming to the eternal kingdom. We're now aligning our decisions away from the ways of the world and towards the ways of the spirit. With the 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups. Okay. Now I do want to say this is going to be a freemium, meaning just send a donation if you can. in the future, there'll be an extended reading for the Lunar Lounge. Main event, meaning the new or full moon, pardon me. Okay, so free spirit here. I'm hearing that. Just the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion taking me over. Who sings that? The Bee Gees, Madame Knowles, what's her name? Queen Bey, Beyonce. Freedom is attained when one transcends the illusionary imprisonment of their mind. Yes. Great Spirit, assist me to understand and transcend any detrimental beliefs I may hold within myself. I'm just detecting that we discover that we have access and power in this world, but it's our sovereignty, meaning the part of God that's alive in us in this instance here, the part of spirit, the divine that's alive in us. Okay, so that Nine of Swords did not want to be ignored. That Nine of Swords came right back. So that means a cycle is starting to decay. A cycle is starting to dissipate because it wasn't fed properly. It might have been protracted. It might have been anguishing. Nine of Swords could also talk about a truth coming out. This is this discernment here is what that would mean with the clarified by the Temperanza, the Temperance card. We also have the Strength card. So with the Strength card, it's talking about strength, courage, and wisdom, emotional fortitude, soul's ambition, drives, desires. We also have the Star card. I'll talk about that in a minute. So there's some type of revocation is what I'm hearing, where we were giving power, where we were holding space in terms of giving love. There's going to be a shift there. We've been prepared to understand the truth, and it's either giving a second guess, making a second guess, people, places, and things. It's restricted us because now there's boundaries and standards, really more rule and regulation. That's where the restrictions are coming from. It may also be that we got caught up in some kind of way. Some people need to be carried off, carted off. Certain people, we've gone through dark journeys, dark nights of the soul, and we're emerging from this, being prepared to receive some kind of material abundance, skill, insights, material abundance or practical skills. By the way, after I read the prayer for this, we went into the extended reading. The extended reading's right here in this video. I just want you to understand that there's a 15, 30, 45 kind of, it's 15 all the way up to an hour and 45, depending on, that's how the extendeds go from 45 minutes to an hour and 45 minutes. And then we do usually the briefing here. So the briefing was done, I did the prayer, and then the extended's right here. That happens on the cardinal months. So there's a schedule. If you want to learn it, you have to come into the mission school, do initiation. But on the cardinal months, we get all the 12 signs for astrology horoscope. Also, there's an extra oracle council that month, and then also it's usually supposed to be one a week. I've been doing them every couple of days right now. So the cardinal months, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, they're extra months. It's because energy's coming through, you know, we're seeding things. So it's just extra. Those are the extra seasons every quarter. Okay, so that's just the 2 solstices and the 2 equinoxes. So freemium, yay, extended is here, just so you know. We kind of had a transition. I'm not sure if I made it clear, but when I read the prayer, we were moving in here. So let Mama channel now. Okay, I'm hearing that song. It's just the words of a broken heart. It's just emotion taking me over. I don't know who sings that. I don't know which version I'm getting. Bee Gees is what I always think, but I'm a little old fashioned. I'm a hippy dippy trippy kind of person, so I would like Woodstocky things more than Beyonce things. Although I love her personally, and I love that song, Me, Myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. Also Speechless. And remember, we were talking about time out. You know, that song Speechless, where you been lately? I waited for you all day. I waited for you to use the key that opens my place. So I've been parked right here waiting for this little transition, this little turn of events. I've taken time out. I've withdrawn my energy from people, places, and things. I've aligned myself, gone inside to reflect on soul's wisdom and the universal oneness. And where you at? Spirit, where you at? Creator? Well, yes, yes, yes. All I can say is yes, 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 yes. Yeah, it's the Bee Gees. It's the Bee Gees. Mm-mm. That might be Destiny's Child. Okay, so that's why it wasn't hitting with Madame Knowles. You know, Mistress Knowles, because Tina is Madame Knowles, and then we have Solange and she would be Madame Carter. Oh gosh, no. Yeah, she's Mad. Okay, the spirits like that. Madame Carter, Beyonce. Okay, so it's Destiny's Child or the Bee Gees, and I'm hearing the Destiny's Child version, but I'm a dancer. I like to shake my booty and get my groove on all the time. And Bee Gees for me brings ecstatic bliss. Yes, the Bee Gees brings ecstatic bliss. I'm a Stevie Nicks, Joni Mitchell, Bee Gees, ABBA kind of person. Okay? If you want to ask me what American music I listen to. Yeah, so after midnight, I think the time is going to run out on something, and it's the caca. The time is running out on the caca. Whatever that is, however that is, whatever that looks like. Yeah, and I'm getting some sweeping movements, you know, sweeping movements. It's like the universe is turning. Okay, that's a Shiva thing. Yeah, a lot of caca is being pushed out. I think karma, the karmic broom is about to sweep, but globally. I'm gonna sip some tea, okay? Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm in the cannabis business, like I'm not a purveyor of pot, but I am a purveyor of pot stuffs. This is not my product, but if you see me, because it's past my bedtime, I'm trying to make myself go to sleep. So that's what's going on here. I'm administering herbal sleep medicine. There's a transition here. Something's kind of pivoting, or we finally made it to the spot we needed to so that things around us can change and will remain mainly the same. And whatever for us and whatever alive in us, it's changing. We needed to. It needed to happen. So let's just see what this looks like. Some people are going to be bound and restricted away from us. Whatever confusion we had or we're dealing with, it's because we could tell maybe we weren't acknowledging, or maybe it wasn't a conscious recognition, but we were sensing that people were blocking our path. We weren't able to answer our call. We weren't able to go towards our wish fulfillment. We weren't able to pray on a star because somebody else was attached to us. Now, it can be person, place, or thing. So we might have needed to leave a workplace. We might needed to leave, like, I don't know, a lease or an apartment or I don't know, whatever. I'm hearing a lot of people right now dumping their timeshares when we're feeling free. Maybe have something that you don't use a lot, like a boat or, you know, a hobby car, you know, something that needs to, you know, be worked on, fixed up. We're leaving behind environments, surroundings, locations that aren't in alignment with us because we can't go towards our dreams without doing this. And we are highly coveted. Whatever empire, whatever foundation, system structure we're building is becoming number one through love. So our connections, our relationships, okay. And number two, new connections, new relationships. And number two, we need to understand we need the thinking to shift around our worth and value, what we deserve, and really our role in this world and how we can cultivate from the self. So our soul residing, our soul hosting, having seeded our spirit in some way, it's going to create a consciousness experience. And this spirit being hosted, being seated in the soul, creating this consciousness experience, it should be at one of divinity. So our soul's mission, our divine calling, because we're in our spirit karma life path destiny, we're on the path, having taken some kind of spiritual oath. And it could just be, reverent to the divine. I believe you need to submit to the divine, you need to yield to the truth, you need to confront karma always and forever. And if you don't do that, you will start to lose whatever you place before your spiritual practice, your connection with the spirit, which is God, and the eternal grace, which is the goddess. Whatever you place before that, you need to have a practice, which is God. You need to have a devotion, which is the goddess. Whatever you place in front of that, you will lose. It usually takes about 16 to 18 months. It can't happen in 16 to 18 days. If you're doing something karmic against another person who's been called to serve the divine, it may happen in 16 to 18 minutes. I've seen it happen. It's never pleasant. That's the tower. Okay, so there's the devils here now. So we're going to talk about some negative influence, but really what it is with the Two of Pentacles is some negative influence is shifting. We were with the Four of Swords, kind of wounded, kind of traumatized. We had to go somewhere to cope. It might have been inside. It might have been away. Remember, it started with withdrawing, 2 9s withdrawing, and then I'm also seeing the Hermit. So remember, we withdrew for some reason, and it was so we could take refuge in our own soul, so we could return to the eternal kingdom. That's a homecoming. 10 of Cups. Okay. So, because we had to repel off some demons with the 5 of Wands and the Devil. We had to repel a lot of people, places, and things off away from us, so that we could be in alignment, so things could even out, and so we could get a handle on things with the Two of Pentacles. Things needed to come back into our hand. There needed to be some kind of reversal or transition, or this was not people, places, and things where we should be bartering or compromising or navigating, negotiating, or participating, remaining present. We need to withdraw. And that's what it's an end needed to come to some things. So that a door, a gate could open up, so that blessings could be coming towards us. Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. We needed to move on, move forward, break out, break free from something, or have a breakthrough going into another energy, or being guided into another energy. Things needed to emerge from the depths of the soul. We needed to understand our intuition and our subconscious. That's the Moon card. Also, things needed to be worked out. The Tower is here now with the Death card. So that's the Death card and the Moon card means the light at the end of the tunnel. We needed to see fairness. We needed to see the universe, administering karma. And how that happened is we had to go back towards the divine. We had too many garbage swamp, junk people around us, garbage swamp, junk things in our mind. We couldn't invest in places where they were truly actually expenses. We had to plug the leaks, and it was with our energy and our belief system. But things are becoming fair or back into alignment. 6 of Pentacles. We're confronting a lot with the King and the Moon here, King of Pentacles, Moon. So we're beginning to manifest and yield from the works and investments that we've made with our time, energy, effort, and attention. Okay, and there's a transition here. Ace of Cups with the Death card. Number one, that could be somebody that has a South Node in Scorpio, but it could also be Mercury in Scorpio, or it could be some kind of aspect, Scorpio aspect. That would be a transiting one. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords. Somebody here could be a Scorpio moon. They have to move on, move forward. They might have had some plan or some way where they were interacting, engaging with somebody, and they were trying to, okay, well, it's the Tower is what explains this whole energy. So that would be things coming to light, awakenings. It can be harsh truth, things being spoken out loud. There would be shocking revelations. But we're moving forward, being guided away from a situation by the universe. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better, is what I'm hearing. So kind of the environment surrounding those locations were starting to evolve, or they were staying stagnant and we were evolving. So after enough space had gotten, the middle got filled up with truth, clarity, reasoning, intellect. There was no way we could deny or con ourselves. You can't unknow. Once you know, you can't unknow. So there was just some boundaries that got applied here by the universe, is what I'm understanding. Some things broke because they were built on hate, they were built on jealousy, they were built on false love, imposter love. There was an illusion with the Seven of Cups made, an illusion, delusion, confusion in some kind of way, smoke screens, even that can also be to a lesser degree, love bombing, gaslighting. But everything got illuminated. A solution for everything comes, or is coming to the fore. It's growth, expansion, vitality, reinvigoration here. Somebody needs a devotional practice. I'm hearing Chamundra, Chandi. Chandika is one of my initiatory names. I have like 9 names. Chandika is one of them. So that's, there's a mantra, Om Irene Klim Chamundaye Vichi Hari, Om Irene Klim Chamundaye Vichi, Om Irene Klim Chamundaye Vichi Hari, Om Irene Klim Chamundaye Vichi. You should say it a few more times, but it's Lalita, Kali, and Durga, but sometimes it shifts, like it might be Parvati, it might be, so it's just the goddess in a form that looks sweet and caring, but it's to bring peace back. And behind the face of the goddess is somebody that can destroy you. So this is a goddess who oftentimes comes as a sweet, innocent woman or sweet, innocent child. And then when you do something to her, you die. Death to the goddess doesn't always mean a physical death, but she does kill you often because she wants to, when the goddess smiles upon you love, what that means is she removes anything that blocks you from your connection to her. And remember, we had the death card and that Ace of Cups before. Once the death card swept away karma, it brought the Six of Pentacles. So what that means is that blessings come after endings. There's luck in unluck. There's fortune in misfortune. The mess becomes a message. The test becomes a testimony. Okay, so we need to manifest here or come to some practical knowledge here or insight of how we've been building out of our emotions, how we've been building out of our soul. We had cultivated a life out of some illusion. We had cultivated a life out of something being overwhelming or thinking that we had a lot of options, but it was really just things that were designed to condition and program. Things that were designed to keep us in a very specific spot where we could be harvested, is what I'm hearing. We were corralled in some kind of environment surrounding location to be harvested, hunted. It was a spiritual warfare there. And just through aligning and working on the self, we come up out of that energy, come up out of that experience. And it is a shocking awakening, but this means the end of turmoil, the end of conflict. So we're under attack in some kind of way. It doesn't always have to be a physical attack. It can be somebody mounting lies against us. I'm hearing at work. It can be a brother, sister, usually a sister, gossiping, lying about us. That would be in the community or in the family. Okay, they can be a practitioner out there. Now, this person might be at a longer distance if it's a practitioner. I'm going to leave that there and move on. Yeah, somebody is starting work on it. They're trying to overtake our mind because the control of our mind is slipping. That's what's happening. So it doesn't need to be a practitioner. That's a schemer, a manipulator, a trickster with the Magician card. But the Eight of Pentacles is here, so that could also be spell work. It backfires. Somebody wants to take our spot, but we have divine protection with the Seven of Wands here. Queen of Wands, though. Somebody wants to take our spot. It's not going to hop on with the Queen of Wands. We defended. Now, this person does have a way to put an end to something, so we still need to fight. And we're stuck having to surrender to the divine. This is in God's hands. That happens when you see the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. It means, oh, it's in God's hands. Heaven knows about it. They're making decisions about it already. With the Sun card, boundaries and divine protection are being applied to the situation. Somebody's being barred and cut away. Five of Swords with the King of Swords with the Sun. Barred and cut away. They're seen very clearly for their tactics, their strategies, means, mechanisms, methodologies, the way that they move through the world. Five of Swords, Sun card is very clear. And they're being barred away. Five of Swords with the King of Swords. It's a blessing for us. So now we get sanctuary and refuge. Because this person was trying to strip us or create some kind of illusion. And it's time. Karma was always going to do this because they have evil ways. With the Magician, they're trickster. Their practices are toxic, harmful for most people. That's exactly what I'm getting here. So we're getting a blessing, divine protection. Because we see things from a different perspective now. We were naive, seeing things from a different perspective. The Hangman with the Page of Cups, we were naive. A harsh truth needed to work its way through our life. We needed to mature, get to higher ground. Eight of Cups. Just because we needed a turn of events. We needed a shift in things. World card, something needed to wrap itself up, a conclusion, a cycle ending. So now this divine protection, Seven of Wands. Okay, now we see the deception of where we were deceived or where some things were hidden or ulterior. We were having ego exchanges, but now we're wanting to get out there and we're wanting to compete, we're wanting to build, we're wanting to we're waiting for our time with the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands. Somebody here may be a Libra rising or have their Venus in Aries. We see something approaching, something's on the horizon here. It's positive because the truth has finally been incorporated. And if we haven't learned this truth, whatever's on the horizon is this truth, and that's not going to be positive. We were bound, constricted in some way. We were entangled up in something that blocked us from proper alignment and discernment. Give me a moment, dear. I don't know what time I started the recording. I'm just checking on that. About an hour ago. Okay, Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. Clarified by the Emperor. So that is self-autonomy, self-governance, self-mastery. We're regulating something because we have a truth here, and it's not a particular truth, but we know how to handle this thing that's coming. And this thing that's coming is divine protection. A cycle gets deaded, ended, it's a wrap, a spell broken, a curse lifted, Ten of Swords. That means we have discernment, we're in control, we can put a block or stop to something. Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So we're moving forward, making some changes. Three of Wands, Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Chariot. We're making some changes, leaving some things behind. So we might be leaving people out in the cold. The overall energy right now is the Lover's card. So we might be leaving some people out in the cold, but we're basically leaving things behind with the Chariot, moving forward, leaving something behind, an environment surrounding or location, a person, place, or thing. We have 2 3s here, so there might have been some cheating, bickering, backstabbing, unless we are collaborating. There very much can be collaboration here with the Lover's card. What I'm getting is we're dumping burdens. Moving on, moving forward. We need some kind of triumph or victory. So we were left impoverished in the past, maybe stripped even of something. But in the future, what it is that an ideology is really finally over. It's gone as far as it can for our lifetime. It's deaded. 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. We're deading behind some ideology. But in the past, we were stripped of something, or left in a hardship, or left out in the cold, and it was a betrayal. Queen of Swords, 7 of Swords. So we have discernment and knowledge about a deception. We might also become aware of a hidden enemy. Somebody may be a Libra moon here. Somebody may be a Gemini moon here. So the people, places, and things that we're around and inhabiting, environments, surroundings, locations to a lesser degree, but people, places, and things, there's a hidden enemy with ulterior motives. They were trifling, treacherous in the past. Now, what's happening is some kind of receipt is coming out. Some kind of proof of their crimes is coming to the surface, emerging. They might go from a hidden enemy to a known enemy because we've reached some kind of sanctuary and refuge. And this discernment is approaching, is already on the way. A cycle has ended. Could we look at them as a burden, and then some other truth comes out when we say, okay, you're not something I want to deal with, and then the reason why appears. First, we answer the feeling, the notion, the insight, the intuition, the intellect, and then the truth comes. After we're like, okay, this is burdensome, no, and then they, however they fight, they kind of tell on themselves or reveal something. There's a truth being withheld from us. And in the past, there was deception. This person was either an imposter if we were collaborating with them openly, or they were secretly working behind our back with a long-term plan. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. That means that, because there's 2 7s, that's a trigger. With the High Priestess or the Justice card, that's not a good sign. Somebody wanted to put us in hell. They were digging a hole for us with the 10 of Wands. They had some orchestration machination with the 3 of Pentacles. This is all clarified by the Justice card. So they needed us to give them permission to F us over, meaning they needed our assent of some kind. And usually that sleight of hand is the rule of lesser magic. If you tell a person what's going on in different words, it's almost like they gave you permission because they deserve it because you told them that you were doing it. But a lot of times the enemy will tell you what's up, but they'll do it in jokes or confusion, and we won't know that we were informed of a way out of a situation. This is the rule of lesser magic. It's a kind of way that fallen people do. This is Jezebel energy here too. I'm not seeing the sexual lust, but I'm seeing the corralling you into a place so that they could take something from you. It's usually your energy, your life force. Or not wanting to see you have strong energy, life force, because they've lost a lot of theirs and they're not going to get it back. The purpose of the Jezebel is really just to lead you astray from the creator. It's not the sexual inundation, which is a methodology that they use. They want to make you question the divine. They want to make you distracted from the divine. They want to make you so lazy and depleted that you don't go towards the divine, especially do your divine mission, sacred journey. So there's people, places, and things we're around that we need to get away from. There's also something aligning here about child support as well, I'm getting, or custody. And if there was a group of people that we were cast out of, they invite us back because the truth gets revealed. Also, there's some fairness and love here, but we're not going to go back to this love. Yeah, we're aware of some kind of difficult cycle that was mounting in the background. Some kind of long-term plan unravels in a sense. We break out, break free, detach from a situation. We move back into healing, safe space. That's sanctuary and refuge. Safe space. We return to a safer space. Because we have better scrutiny now. We've been educated on a way, a means, a mechanism. Yeah, we see what people's agendas and plans are. And we have a new plan for ourselves. We're going on down a new road, 2 of Swords and the Fool card. We're at a new crossroads here. We're going in a new direction. So let's read this, Free Spirit. This card represents the need to let go of limiting beliefs you hold within yourself, beliefs regarding who you are and what you're capable of achieving. I miscalculated when I said about an hour. It had been about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. This card represents the need of letting go of limiting beliefs that you hold within yourselves, beliefs regarding who you are and what you're capable of achieving. There are 2 types of beliefs: beneficial beliefs, which encourage you to grow, and detrimental beliefs, which keep you imprisoned and bound by fear. These core beliefs lie in your subconscious and attract experiences that match their emanating frequency. So if your subconscious holds more detrimental beliefs, it is likely you will attract circumstances to match that energy. If you find yourself attracting more roadblocks and hurdles, look within yourself to see what limiting beliefs you hold. It is these beliefs that block you from living a more fulfilling life of manifestation, inner freedom, and peace. If you were drawn to this card, Spirit is encouraging you to look deeper within yourself and see what it is that is holding you back from living a more purpose-filled life. Do you harbor thoughts of not being good enough, worthy, or talented enough? What vibrations are you sending out into the world to receive the roadblocks that you currently face? Remember that what you wish for in your life needs to be an exact match to the beliefs that are lying in your subconscious. If they are not in sync with each other, then it's most likely that your wishes may take a lot longer to manifest. What detrimental beliefs have you been holding on all these years? Reframe and replace any detrimental beliefs uncovered with beneficial affirmations. Prayer. Great Spirit, assist me to understand and transcend any detrimental beliefs that I may hold within myself. True freedom is attained when one transcends the illusionary imprisonment of their mind. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Take good care of yourself. As always, there's information in the show notes or the about section or the description box, depending on where you are coming from. Today, I was sent to deliberate the findings for the full moon in Libra on the 6th of April in most places of the world. And again, my name was Serene Priestess of Veloci. I was your oracle today. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. We're a sacred news channel, lifting the veil, As a community, we believe we can help and change the world by changing ourselves, starting with, spiritual teaching, spiritual healing, and spiritual community. For the Lunar Lounge today, full moon in Libra. So we free our spirit and move away from conditioning, if there's room and programming. But okay, so full moon in Libra, we free our spirit and move away from conditioning. Okay, so it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. Take good care. Bye.